tell us about the tanks particularly, because I've heard so much back and forth about these tanks, whether they're European Leopard tanks or the U.S. M1 Abrams.
Yes, this is a real issue right now because they had a big meeting Friday to determine what would be sent in the next phase to help Ukraine. And we do need Germany to send the Leopards. The Leopards are a heavier vehicle. We're sending about 150 of the fighting vehicles that take our troops, their troops rather, in to do the fighting. But the heavier tanks are what can push back the Russians from where they have invaded this country. And that's very important. And we hope Germany will come through.
So, Madam Ambassador, you know this terribly well, much better than I do, for example. So explain a little bit. As I understand it, they're German tanks, but they actually are used widely through NATO, to whom you were ambassador. What is the hesitancy on Germany's part? Because I've heard it suggested from Olaf Scholz and others, they would only do this if maybe the U.S. also contributed those M1 Abrams.
Well, what we have offered and what we hope will go forward is over almost 150 of the fighting vehicles, and then ask the Europeans to provide the Leopard, which is more suited for this type of warfare and also closer in the numbers that will help the Ukraine now be able to start pushing back Russia from their borders that have been invaded. And the Abrams is a heavier vehicle. It isn't as efficient for this type of warfare, I'm told, but it is what we're trying to do is get the heavier vehicles from Europe and then the lighter vehicles from the US, which we have pledged. I will say the UK has come in already with heavier tanks, and the UK has really been great. They have come through in so many ways and early for the Ukrainians. And now we need Germany to free up the Leopards so that the Europeans that already have the Leopards can offer them to Ukraine.